Clapping by myself. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Utter Nonsense Podcast. My name is Matthew, and if you notice, as the last couple weeks have prevailed, I am not joined by my... Wait a minute. What's that? What is that? That's a cowboy hat sitting on a lone chair.
I messed that up. Hold up. Wait, let me get my hat on. There we go.
Yeah.
There we are. Okay. All right. I'm plugging in.
We should have rehearsed that.
We should have, but that's what we get. That's
hilarious.
I'm back.
Welcome back, you bitch. Where have you been?
Yeah. I've been around.
I've been holding open auditions the last several weeks for you, and you finally show up for your audition. Thank you for casting.
I have seen all the open auditions, and they have all been phenomenal. Yes. Don't get me wrong.
Thank you.
The only problem with the open auditions is we had the wrong host auditioning.
Oh, really? Now,
obviously.
If I recall, I still showed up for my call time.
No, I mean you were great. Don't get me wrong, but the other hosts. The other, guest hosts, let's call them, kind of overshadowed. You got to be like Jay Leno or Colbert. You were more of a.
What's Colbert's first name?
Steven.
I didn't think you knew
that.
Okay. Well,
you got it.
Welcome to the Utter Nonsense Podcast. My name is Matthew.
My name is Max.
Wow, it's been a while since I've heard that. How are you doing, Max?
I'm doing good. Just got back from big vacay.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you didn't even let me know you were leaving. I just had to call one day and get a voicemail that was like, "Fuck off, Matt," and that was it.
That voicemail actually happened. Like to all of our viewers, I think that didn't that happen? It totally happened. Yeah. Vacation.
It was really loving.
Vacation during COVID.
I know. Seriously, you're traveling during COVID.
Oh, it's so safe. Like I hate to be that guy, but really, the airlines are doing great things, and they're. You have to be tested before you even fly.
Who'd you fly though?
JetBlue.
Okay, see, JetBlue is one of the only ones I've heard actual good things about.
Oh yeah.
Like I've heard I think it was American or United. I don't know for sure, but like there's some planes that are like still selling full capacity. Like it's a full plane.
Yeah. No, this one was I wouldn't say it's full, but we did have someone sit. It was the first time actually in a while that we've had someone sit next to us because I have traveled during COVID.
It was like the second or third time now, right?
Yeah. This is our second or third time, so it wasn't as empty as it usually is, but still, like they're emptying rows. It wasn't like a packed plane.
Sure.
And another thing you got to think about too is every single person that is getting on this plane is required to be tested. So there is that false negative chance,
right?
But it's safer than, let's just say, a grocery store where no one's getting tested and you're just kind of walking in and walking out. And
I would disagree with that. You're in a confined space with minimal ventilation. If somebody has a false negative, I mean,
grocery store.
Didn't you hear that story about the guy that somebody died on the plane from COVID like a month ago? Yeah,
and the EMT, I believe, and the guy that was saving him also did.
I didn't hear that part. Jesus.
I think it was a twofer. Yeah.
What a strong way to start this podcast.
Yeah.
Well, did you have a nice time?
I had a great time.
Yeah, you had fun.
COVID 2020. By the way, speaking of which, let's just stop right there because this is utter nonsense, and we can jump around on this show.
That's what this is.
2020.
Yeah.
Is over.
Yeah, I know. We can talk about this now.
That is huge.
Wild.
Insane. 2021 started out with a bang.
You hurt me so badly because you sent me at midnight a meme that was the clock hitting 11:60, December 31st, 2020. I was like, oh God, it is gonna go on forever, isn't it? Like
it is. Like I'm not saying it's over until like all this shenanigans is over. Like it's just a continuation of 2020. But at least honestly, that year in of itself was just
a lot of lows.
What did we get? We got murder hornets. We got Australian fire.
COVID.
We got Kobe Bryant.
Rest in peace.
COVID.
Man.
Rest in peace, Mamba.
And Gianna.
Oh my gosh. Probably that was worse than COVID. But COVID.
That one hurt.
That one literally hit close to home. Like that was
literally down the street from where we live.
Down the street from where we live. So,
I'm hoping we can put a lot of what 2020 has provided us in the fucking burning trash can outside. Like
my kids are gonna be like ask me, Dad, were you in 2020?
Yeah.
Do you mean 2019? No, 2020. 2022? 2020.
Skip that year, I think. Dude, that's literally something I was talking about with someone recently. Was like, we're like, when we have kids, they're going to learn about 2020. And they're going to come to us and be like, I have to write a book report on you and how you survived 2020. What'd you do? And mine's going to be like, tell them for 5 pages, I sat on my ass. Like, that is how I spent 2020.
I saved people by doing what I needed to do, ordering pizza.
And playing Animal Crossing.
Playing Animal Crossing. And binging. Like, hardcore binging. I have.
You've been binging insanely. You still are.
100%. My binge game is so high.
I know. You watched.
Oh my god!
Like, you literally watched 2 new shows in the last 3 days.
I'm coming up with a new segment on the Utter Nonsense podcast.
Hit me.
It's called Weekly Reviews.
Dun dun dun.
Bah, bah, bah. Where people review weekly shit. Like, we could argue about like Fargo.
Okay, we didn't
being one of the worst series out there.
Shut the fuck up. Who at the start of season 4 called me and like, Matt, this is so good. This is amazing. Oh my god.
It was decent.
It was a great season. Don't you even lie to me.
It was a great look. Lupin on Netflix. Phenomenal.
Max has not shut up about this in the group chats for weeks.
Phenomenal.
Or not even for weeks, just for the last 5 days. It just feels like weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lupin, and then you're watching the terrible show Money Heist, which is actually pretty good.
I was gonna say you like that show. I don't know why you're
phenomenal show.
Why you're bombing on it? Yeah, I'm in the middle of season 1, and it is. That show I didn't expect it to be what it is. I thought it was gonna be a lot different and not like as like strung out, of just one big story. It's just like, oh my god, what the hell is gonna happen? There's so much stuff happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope. It's.
Have you watched all 4 seasons?
Lupin. Yeah, of course.
Okay,
watched all 4 seasons.
That's a Money Heist.
Yeah, but there's not a new season coming out, is there? There should be.
They just announced that the final season is coming, but it's not out yet. But there is a final season coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Money Heist Part 1 and 2 is still probably the best. It kind of dropped for me a little bit. Nassim might beg to differ, our friend, but
friend of the podcast.
Here's a question, because we have a lot to catch up on, and I'm just nailing it.
Me.
Christmas presents.
Yes.
What did you get?
That's a good question. That was almost a month ago. Jesus. So I have to think about that. I got this shirt that's got like the little Van Gogh painting on it.
Oh, wow. The
exactly,
that guy.
Yeah.
Squeaky. For our viewers for our listeners that are watching.
No, you did it perfectly by that noise. They know.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and hear. And you got it. What did I get, man? I got some shirts. I got a little charcuterie board that has a knife with it that like goes inside the charcuterie board. It's super cool. I got a new backpack. I feel like I'm 5. I got... What else did I get? I got stuff. I just can't think of it now. I can't remember now. I honestly can't remember everything I got.
Honestly, I kind of just asked the question so you would ask me, and I got the PS5. Look at this. God. I got the PS. It's back here. You could kind of see
behind the zebra
right there. Yeah, PS5.
Yes. Thank you for yelling that into the microphone.
I got it.
Max, for those who don't know,
awesome.
Max has spent the month prior to Christmas desperately trying to get a PlayStation.
Yeah, that was. I mean, just look at any of the other Utter Nonsense ones before this. I'm talking about trying to get a PS5, and I got a PS5.
Yeah.
So.
And now I already know you're going to say everything about it is incredible, but what do you think?
I think it is incredible.
Yeah.
I think that the games, it's kind of like when the PS4 came out. Like, I'm really not playing a PS5 game right now.
Have you started Spider-Man yet?
No, because someone hasn't handed it over to me, which they're hopefully going to do tomorrow.
Nassim?
So I will.
Yeah. You might not get it.
You know what's very upsetting? He's like, I'm going to sell it. I'm like, dude, you're one of my best men. And it's like, you guys aren't best men, okay?
Like, God. What do you mean we're not
very
best men?
Self-motivated. We're very self-motivated and stingy.
I do want to tell this story real quick because this cracks me up. All week we've been playing Settlers of Catan online on Catan Universe. And it's a free game, but if you want to play with 4 people, then you have to pay for the version, which is $5. And I basically protested for 2 days that I refused to pay for it, and Max has to pay for it for me to play. And it took about 48 hours, but you broke. I got a Venmo that says "eat my ass" and $5.
So for the Other Nonsense podcast, I am Jewish. Okay, that was the most Jewish thing that I've ever seen Matt do, and his last name is Levinson. I think he is a Jew in disguise. I think that there has been a past of Jewish traditions that have molded him into getting $5 from a true Jew.
That sounds like a Mike Myers movie, Jews in Disguise.
Dude.
Like Austin Powers-esque, you know?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks, yeah, totally.
Mel Brooks would kill that.
Mel Brooks would have been fantastic to write that.
Oh my gosh. The History of the World Part 2.
I made my girlfriend over the course of quarantine watch Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Tights.
Yes. I giggled the whole way through. She did not reciprocate the same humor.
You know, how awful is that? Like, can I be honest? My fiance too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she'll ask me to watch a movie, and I will genuinely sit down, enjoy the movie with my fiance.
Sure.
I ask her to watch a movie.
Yeah.
That's genuinely a good movie, and she'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
Or not watch it. For example, Silence of the fucking Lamb.
Oh, that's a classic.
A freaking classic.
And
Hello, Clarice. Freaking classic. Yeah.
I tried showing Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and literally we changed it after 15 minutes.
Yep.
And I was like
Princess Bride.
She doesn't like Princess Bride?
She doesn't like Princess Bride.
And you're gonna marry her.
I am still going to marry
her. That actually seems like a deal breaker for you. That movie, like, if you were to get a tramp stamp of a quote, it would be from The Princess Bride.
100%.
Yeah.
It would be.
What would your line be? What would your line be if you got a tramp stamp from The Princess Bride?
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
That'd be hot.
And so
that'd be hot.
When they see it, they're like, "Oh shit! I don't really want to go in here."
Yeah, they're like, I think there's some mixed messaging.
I just turn around like
I know. You have the sword ready to go.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. But it would be a beautiful woman.
Yeah. Have you watched Palm Springs on Hulu? It's a movie with Andy Samberg.
Palm Springs, yes.
It's the movie about he's like stuck in the loop.
It's like the Groundhog Day.
Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite scenes in it is when they're talking, like, you know, the girl is now officially part of the loop, and they're talking about who he's had sex with over the course of time, and he's like naming off a few women, and then he like names off like his best friend guy, and is like, yeah, didn't like that. He put his penis in my butt. Didn't care for that. And she was like, anyone else? And it's like, your dad. And then it shows like the slow romance scene. It's like, what are we doing? Like, that scene killed me.
Yeah, no, I thought that was a very funny movie. I liked right when you saw the main villain, and he was like, what was his name? But he's like, fuck you, Jerry, and he like shoots him in the leg.
J.K. Simmons' character, I can't remember his name. The uncle. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he was funny. Yeah. It had a lot of funny lines. Like, what? Again, sorry, I don't know why this is my favorite scene. Apparently, when he's talking about who he's had sex with, and he's like, "Yeah, the bartender," and she's like giving him a hand job in the back scene. She's like, "I hit someone with my car once," and he's like, "Uh huh."
That's a great Palm Springs.
It was a funny film. I really enjoyed it.
We could really do this review. Just like a 5-minute segment.
Yeah.
We just review what happened.
That was a segment.
That was a segment.
Thanks for coming to Weekly Review.
Thank you. What is this, Law and Order?
Yeah. Dun, dun.
Weekly Review.
Dun, dun.
We investigate the vicious felonies of binging. But yeah, no. So Bow, wow, wow. So anyways,
Yeah.
back to the point of this podcast, vacation.
Yeah.
I went to Boston, visited the family. That was very fun. And
That's
then I
nice.
went to Maine, visited that family. I got a Tesla to drive the whole time.
Oh my God.
Phenomenal.
The amount of Instagram video flexes I saw of this Tesla. Like,
it was unreal.
Yeah.
That thing drove. We called her Tessa the Tesla. And I got one story to tell because this blows my mind.
Hit me.
2 stories. 2. 1, no lines on the road. We're on the freeway.
Okay.
It's a 3-lane merge. One way over a bridge, slim.
Okay.
Okay? No lines on the freeway.
Okay.
Brooke is saying, Max, take the wheel. Tessa can't do this. Tessa is the Tesla, by the way.
Yes, you mentioned that just a second ago.
So here I am saying, Tessa, take the wheel. Like, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just,
Tessa,
I'm letting
take the wheel. Take
it
from my hands.
Yeah, exactly. Like the song. So I'm like this. Like my hands are like gripped. I have one hand on Brooke, my fiance, and she's crying. She's like,
yeah, what a bonding moment.
I'm like, like it's, and Tessa goes, a car comes in. Tessa goes, merges perfectly. We're now like inches away from the wall, but Tessa's not hitting the wall. We're going, I just can't. I know that all of our listeners are only hearing, but it was insane. And wow. Tessa did it. Tessa freaking did it.
I would have. Yeah, I would have. I'm on Brooke's team. I would have been screaming bloody murder if you tried to do that with me in the car.
We are easily 100 feet in the air over a bridge and coming into Boston.
Now, did you
nuts?
How percentage wise, how much were you driving versus how much you were letting Tessa drive?
Everything on the freeway, I let Tessa drive.
Wow,
everything
that's a lot.
On the highway or freeway, yeah, I felt more safe. As you know, I'm a great driver.
No, you're
regardless.
not. Let's disclaimer, you're not.
Yeah, but the whole we drove all the way to Maine,
right?
So which is like a 3-hour drive, 2.5,
sure.
3 hour, and Tessa drove the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
We had the autopilot mode, which honestly. Listen to this, everybody. You don't need to buy the autopilot mode to get autopilot, which a lot of people would be like, what? But yeah, it's an extra $10K.
Okay.
But really, autopilot is in its beta. So on like main streets, it works, but not like super well.
Okay.
So really, you just need the regular car, and you just put it on autopilot. But long story short, that was awesome. Second story I have is the features of a Tesla.
Okay.
One of them being the whoopee cushion.
Yes. I think I saw a video of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over 200 downloaded different farts. And you could pick the list. You could pick the list of which fart you want. Like there's one called Short Ripper.
Yeah.
And it's like, it goes like that. Like that's it's a very intense, like I just ripped my pants.
Dude,
sort of
Elon
fart.
Musk is a 9-year-old. he just literally like we need farts. We need lots of farts. Like
a ton. And and then we had the so we had people in the car and you press a button and it farts in that seat. Like the sound comes out from that seat.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Romance mode. There's the screen turns into a fireplace.
Necessary.
And you feel the warm air. Me and Brooke were eating some food in the car, and that was very nice. And then my favorite, dog mode.
Okay.
You could leave your dogs in the car. It puts on the screen, my owners will be back shortly. The car's temperature is set
I saw
to
this.
65
I saw
degrees.
this. Yeah. I was intrigued by that.
Yeah. So it literally, the car locks, everything is good, but the car's air conditioner stays on because it's electric.
Right.
And it just keeps the car at like a 65 so your dogs don't die of heat stroke in the car.
What were you doing to charge it? Because I'm assuming where you were staying, they didn't have a charging port on the property.
We went to the superchargers, which are super cool.
Yeah.
It does take longer than filling up gas, so it takes like 40 minutes to fill up a full tank.
Right.
But Elon Musk is fixing that right now. Like that's his new battery thing that's happening. But because he's a fucking genius, madman, 9-year-old. But you stop in like malls, shopping centers. I mean, we have one in the Westlake Plaza. where Sinopolis is.
Really?
You know where that is? Yeah.
I didn't know
there's
that.
a whole. Yeah. Then that you just stop there. It costs the whole trip. The whole trip cost us about $50, and we were driving for 10 days straight.
Wow.
So
that's really impressive.
One charge cost $15.
Wow.
So it was unreal.
That is very impressive.
Yep. So that was my whole Boston trip was in a Tesla. No, we visited we visited family. Family was great.
Nice.
And yeah, we checked out our wedding area, and
looks good.
Looks good. And yeah, that was 10 days, and then we got hotels.
Yeah, then you're quarantining here.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a funny story? I didn't tell you that. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for coming in and listening to the Other Nonsense
Welcome
podcast.
to the Other Nonsense podcast.
My name is
okay, wait, what's the funny story?
So on Christmas, I forgot to tell you this story. For those who who watch wrestling, you'll understand this joke better than Max, but it's still funny. I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner. It's like 3 o'clock.
You're cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
I want you to remember. I want you to remember that this is an interview for your job position, and there's other people ahead of you right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah. Exactly. Bitch. Could you imagine if you were in a job interview and they're just like, "Yeah, bitch."
Did I get the job? Yeah, bitch.
Bitch, yeah, you got it. So I'm cooking, and I get a phone call from Nassim, friend of ours, friend of the podcast, and I try to answer the FaceTime, and it doesn't answer, and then he calls me on his cell, and I'm like, hello? And then I hear this wrestler, The Fiend, who has very creepy intro music that starts off like Pee Wee Herman. It's like, we are really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever. And then it gets super dark, and I was like, what the hell? And it started doing that, and then all of a sudden I hear in the microphone like, have you been good this year, Matt? Or have you been a bad naughty boy? And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, who is this? And then it just hung up on me. I was like, what the hell? And then Nassim tried to call me again. I'm like, what the hell is going on? No voice coming from the phone. And then I get a text from his brother, Wasim, saying, come outside. So I come outside to see Wasim and Nassim in the car together. And I'm like, what's going on? And Wasim just starts screaming, fuck, it's not working. Get the fuck back inside your house. Get inside. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, get the fuck back in your house. I was like, okay. So then I walk back inside, and they spend like 10 minutes trying to call me. Nothing's working. And they're like, fuck it, just come outside. And they're like, we're trying to play his intro music. We got a shirt for you. You're welcome. Fucking Merry Christmas. It's like, okay. I just got screamed at for 15 minutes while they tried to give me a Christmas gift.
What was the shirt? Was that the shirt?
No, none of this one. You want me to show you? I can grab it real quick.
Yeah.
Please distract the customers.
And with that being said, this is why it's becoming the Max podcast. Matt does not know.
I don't know why I just called our listeners to customers. Yeah, it got confused for a minute.
But secretly, we'll talk about that later.
You talking shit?
No, definitely not. I'm talking to our customers.
This is the shirt.
Okay, that's terrifying.
Exactly. So this is the guy. He's the Fiend. He's very creepy, and I love him.
Oh, it's the wrestler.
Yes.
The Fiend.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Yes.
Is that the joke? Wrestling.
It's fine. I have friends that I can go on their podcast and hang out with them and just talk about wrestling. I don't have to do that with you anymore.
No, you do not. You have Mookie.
Yes.
Huh. Yeah, I remember Mookie.
Yeah, you remember him? That's great. You spent like 2 hours talking to him.
Yeah, no, he was a great guy.
Oh, he's awesome.
Okay.
I love him.
So, anyway, so I'm on vacation.
Oh, right. Let's go back to you. Sorry. God forbid we talk about myself for a minute.
I also got the one wheel. So that was
oh,
cool.
My God. We have to talk about this.
Ooh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I was going to say how much fun it is.
No. If you live in the Southern California area and you saw a Jewish Superman in his pajamas go flying, you were not imagining it. That was Max Menyuk flinging off his one-wheel board.
I was not in my pajamas.
I just assumed you would be.
I don't know. No. So in the instructions, so I got the one wheel, which is something that I've wanted for a while. It's basically a board that self-stabilizes, that you don't have to I hate.
Don't build them up. They're not paying for their ad time. Don't build them up.
One wheel, get one now. But it was great. It's not one of those that you have to press a button to go fast. You literally use your body weight. You just lean. So in the instructions, which I of course didn't read because I'm not a soft pleb.
Continue the story. Let's
plebeian. It says that if you go too fast, the one wheel will start asking you nicely to slow down. And what it failed to instruct me on via not reading the instructions is if you ignore when the one wheel tries to slow you down and you want to go fast like Ricky Bobby,
good.
Thank you. It doesn't slow down. It kind of just stops and catapults. So you're here and the whole one wheel will stop and catapult you. So I'm going a nice 20 miles an hour when the speed limit on a one wheel is about 15 to you could maybe hit 16, 18. I wouldn't recommend it because then you're going flying.
We'll call it 15.
So I'm hitting 20 and one wheel stops mid highway. My phone flies out of my hand. I fly a solid 5 feet, 6 feet.
Yeah.
I'm flying. Cars are whipping past me. I'm on our highway going. It goes right to the beach. It's like the big highway.
Canaan?
And yes,
that's where you were. You were in Canaan.
I was on Canaan.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
I thought you were in your neighborhood. I didn't realize you were going through the fucking canyons.
No, I was in the bike lane on Canaan. So, anyways,
Jesus, Max.
I go launched. And my whole arm, actually, it's kind of, you could kind of see the,
you can still see the scab,
the scar or whatever,
yeah.
But my go flying and everyone saw it. And I literally looked at the floor a little bit. I got myself and I'm like, okay, one wheel, just take me home. Like, I felt like so embarrassed. I was like, if anyone saw that.
You're going 3 miles an hour for the rest of the way home, like sulking.
Yeah, my head is down. I feel just defeated. But me and the one wheel, since then, have had some great times. We went to Avila Beach.
Has it happened again?
No.
You learned from your mistake?
I broke it.
No, you didn't break it. You learned not to do that.
It broke me, and then I tamed it.
Yeah.
I was the horse. But no, it was it's probably the most fun I've ever had. I feel like a kid again when I'm on it.
Yeah.
It's like you're cruising.
Yeah.
And all of our friends are going to try it, including Matthew, and I hope you go 20 miles an hour.
No, I'm not
stupid.
Are you kidding me? I am so not that stupid. I don't know if you ever know this. The reason I always am cautious on that stuff, our friend Gabe, friend of ours, friend of the podcast, in high school, his uncle gave him one of those like motorcycles that like you have the bike pedals on and you pump it to start and then it can go like 30, 40 miles an hour. And he let me try to ride it, and I literally could not figure out how to turn it and crashed it in 10 seconds and like flew off it and ate shit. And since then, I'm like, I don't trust things with less than 4 wheels. I'm very cautious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, that was funny story is Brooks' family, one of Brooks' family members has 15 ATVs and a huge like acreage in their backyard. Dude, California is so like, I'm just looking at the houses here. Like this guy, doesn't really, has a good paying job.
Sure.
And he has 15 ATVs, a nice house, and like 50 acres of land.
Yeah.
For nothing, for about the same that we would get a condo out here. So it just pisses me off.
The price of the location.
Price of location. So anyway,
no, Max's Zoom froze. He's probably talking on his end while I talk on my end.
Did it? Hello?
It's fun.
No way.
Okay. If you're listening still, we're going to pause real quick to fix this.
Okay, I disconnected and I reconnected. So you're just going to fast forward through all that, and it's going to be good.
I know. I already prefaced it that we're having a glitch.
So my fiance didn't trust me on an ATV and said that you could ride behind me, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that in front of your truck loving family. Do you know how embarrassing that would be?
I 1,000% agree with Brooke. You would crash an ATV.
Okay, I've ATV'd before and I had a phenomenal time. How have you been, dude? I'm like,
oh my
talking about
god,
myself,
me? Wow,
and I'm
hi.
just like thinking like this is my utter nonsense podcast, which it is.
It's not.
But I mean,
I've been on more episodes than you. Yeah. You don't have a rebuttal to that, bitch.
How have you been?
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you to ask. I've been good, man. I've been good. Me and Nassim finally booked your bachelor party, as you're aware.
So, oh yeah, wait. Let's talk about that.
Well, okay. Let us preface it. We, for underlying circumstances, we are booking this under Max's account.
Which, by the way, everyone is a little is like, why did Matt have to do that? Why did Matt have to book it under my account? We can discuss that more off the air. Okay. I'm gonna give you the decency of privacy and discuss that off the air. It's a bachelor party. You're kind of supposed to book it yourself.
I did book it myself.
Just keep going. I know.
But we put it under your account, and Max got an email about it. You know, don't forget to book your property. And Max decided, well, since the information's here in front of me, I might as well open the link and scroll through every single aspect and photo of this. And
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? Okay. If you have a email, you read it.
Not necessarily. If I know I'm not supposed to, or if I don't care, I don't.
It might have been a free Airbnb for me.
You know it wasn't. Bullshit. I made the account for you. You didn't think they sent a free Airbnb. You didn't even know what Airbnb was till I booked it for you. Shut up.
I have a stock in Airbnb.
Shut up.
It said Airbnb. It might have been because of my stock.
Yeah.
Long story short, I'm like, oh, that's cool.
So how come when you opened it, you didn't go, oh, this is probably for my bachelor party, and you closed out?
Because the house was right there, and I'm like,
exactly.
I'm getting a free house.
Exactly.
I'm getting a free house from Airbnb.
You knew it wasn't a free house. Shut your mouth.
I did a little research, and it looks bomb.
Shut your mouth.
Insane.
Shut your mouth.
It's going to be a great bachelor party.
It will be a great bachelor party because me and Nassim are good at planning them. It just took.
And not good at surprises, but I totally get what you're saying.
You just didn't have to click on it, bitch. That's all you didn't have to do. That's all you didn't have to do. You didn't have to click one thing. And you were like, I'm going to ruin. You ruined the surprise for yourself. Don't come at me about it. But we booked it. Congrats. Merry frickin' wedding day, whatever it's called.
It's bachelor party.
Yeah, that.
Cool. All right, keep going. So you booked that.
I did that, man. I've been grinding away on getting my business open.
New business. Yeah. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Matt Levy's Tacos.
That's not what it's called. Thank you for being a friend.
Levi's Taco Retest.
Okay, shut your mouth so we don't confuse everybody. The business is called Los Levy's Tacos. It is a
Los Taco Levy.
Oh my god. Los Levy's Tacos, based in Southern California. It is a prepped meal kit delivery service specializing in street tacos. And we're looking to launch within the next month. So go on Los Levy's Tacos at Instagram to follow us and keep up with updates.
I'm sorry, I can't pay enough Los Levy's Tacos advertising fees, so we're going to cut it off there.
No, I don't know. Yeah, we don't have the money for that.
Is Los Levy's Tacos sponsoring this video?
No, yeah, it's sponsored by Los Levy's Tacos.
Los Levy's, no, but seriously, what I've heard,
yes,
delicious.
Yeah, you're officially back home, so when you're ready to try it out, let me know.
I have heard
I've been doing some
delicious.
I'm going to be getting sample kits to make sure everything is perfect. So
I'm going to be getting one of those sample kits, for sure.
Yeah. Friendly reminder, I'm going to say this on the air just so I have proof of recording. You know, you still have to pay for the sample kit, correct?
And like I was about to say on the air, as a best man, I should be getting it for free.
As a best man, you should be supporting your best man.
Okay, as a best man, someone shouldn't surprise his best man with the bachelor party.
First of all, that's not a thing. You're the one that wanted the stupid surprise. Second of all, you ruined the surprise for yourself.
Hey, we're not talking about me. We're talking about you.
No, we're talking about you.
What happened?
You ruined the surprise for yourself.
You ruined the freaking...
You 5-gallon cowboy bucket hat wearing bitch. You... That was funny. I'm sorry.
That was intense.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. Was that too much?
It's a little hurtful.
Was that too much?
A little... It's fine. Just keep going.
Cry. We need the emotion.
Bum, ba, da, 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 da. I don't know. You know, we're running through daffodils. That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So, anyways, we got you. We got Christmas. We got which I'm allowed to say.
I will censor that.
How is living in the in the cave.
Oh my god. Say your girlfriend. Just
Say,
it's a simple replacement.
How is it living in the girl cave?
It's good. It's good, man. I mean,
what have you learned being in a relationship?
What have I learned being in a relationship? Give and take. Can't be
more give than take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's been good, man. It's good. Life is good right now. How's life with? I mean, you just kind of told me everything about you and your fiance, Brooke.
Brooke. You can just say her name.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought you like me prefacing that she's your fiance.
She's my fiance. So, she's my goddamn right. But what I've learned, and I sent you a very funny stand-up comedian bit.
I don't remember this, but continue.
Oh my god, it was so great, and it's like, hey, you sir, if you're ever thinking of getting married, remember this face. And he yells in his face, and he's like, you're lucky that these are still attached, because if you were like, I'm going out with a boy, she'd be like, and I'll be taking that. But that's, I mean, other than that, it's just peaches.
Other than castration, it's fine.
Other than castration, no, my fiance 100% has my balls in a purse. Yeah. But at the same time,
that's where you want them. That's where you want them.
That's where you want them. Yeah. You want your balls in a fiance's purse.
Wow, that sounded grossly sexual. That sounded horrendous.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Pokemon Snap.
Dude, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but you're the one that brought it up, so I'll talk for a few hours. Dude, they just announced their trailer. They release date April 30th. I have already prefaced it to everyone that I know. Do not expect to hear from me from several months. One of your groomsmen and our friends pointed out that your bachelor party falls in that 3-month period of my life disappearing, and I'm sorry that I can't make it now. Pokemon Snap does take priority.
You're going to beat the game in 3 days.
I know I am, but I have to play it again and again so I know everything.
Oh, so you know exactly which area the Pidgey turns into.
You know how you were like screenshotting shit on the trailer and being like, I'm already playing the game. Like, yeah. I will literally see every shadow and every movement. I will know everything.
I wonder if it's going to be like you use the Switch to.
I hope not. I hope it's not motion. That would actually fuck the game up for me if it was, because like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild had a few moments in the game where it was motion controlled like that, and it's the worst part of the game in my opinion. It's not fun.
So I agree with you and I disagree. So it's kind of like,
you don't have to grab the controller. We know you.
It's kind of like visual effects, right?
Sure.
Like if you, for example, you take a great movie like Lord of the Rings, right?
Subpar adequate at best.
I fucking hate you. Very small, minute changes.
Yeah.
That create this amazing movie. But then you take a movie like The Hobbit, and you throw in a ton of visual effects. And it really takes away from the real of the acting and just the reality of it. So kind of like motion controlling, too much motion controlling is a bad thing unless it's virtual reality where it's phenomenal.
You're aware that you're going into something that's all motion like control and stuff like that. You're going into that with the proper knowledge, you know?
Yeah. Like I'm watching, like it's like watching an animated movie. Like, okay, all of it's animated and it's going to be good. Yeah. So back to the PS5. This controller blows my mind because it has motion control, but the way that it vibrates, the way that it moves, the way that it has a microphone on the controller, and you hear people when you're talking in Call of Duty, you're hearing people speak through it. It rumbles.
Right.
When you're hitting the trigger, you get resistance.
That's the coolest part to me is the resistance.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
The Wii, awesome because it was all motion control. This new shit that you're talking about, I get it.
Yeah,
too much motion control can really ruin it.
Well, and it doesn't even feel like it works very fluidly. Like it can get jumbled up very quickly. You know, it's like I feel like it's almost as if you're trying to solve a Rubik's cube. where you just like you lose track of where you were focused on and it keeps moving around and bouncing. Like it just doesn't work right.
Yeah.
But that being said, Pokemon Snap, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
It's been what, 15 years, 14 years,
20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
I don't think kids are gonna appreciate.
I don't give a shit. They're going
the video games.
That is for me to learn. No, video game sales went up by 22% in 2020 because of COVID and everything.
Of course,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, what else are you gonna do with your
exactly.
life?
Exactly.
But with that being said, I think that also, I mean, video game streaming is like the new thing. Like, this is what kids are getting into. Like, video games are going to explode, but I don't think that they're going to appreciate a game like Banjo-Kazooie or or Smash Bro Melee. Like, these games are going to be generation.
They're gonna respect like the new Super Smash Bros. They won't respect the original ones,
And that's a shame.
Yeah,
that's a shame. They'll never get that. Like, they'll be spoiled.
Yeah,
they'll be spoiled with perfect graphics, perfect everything. And we had to wait. And we had to like grind.
But that doesn't.
Up that tree.
But it wasn't bad, Like Banjo-Kazooie, Pokemon Snap, like all those original games. We loved playing those, Like.
And we loved that's what I'm saying. Right. Is we loved grinding up. Like, oh, look at these graphics. Like, these are insane. Yeah. Like, they're gonna be top of the line.
Oh yeah.
Right
when they're gonna be too cartoony, they're gonna be like, what is this? Like, it's like, no, this is cool, bro. This is cool.
Yeah. Conker's Bad Fur Day. My mom got that first rated M game that she regretted me getting.
Was that your first? Was that your first M game?
Yeah, like, and we returned it right away after my mom like came in and Conker's like cussing something out. Like, she was like, "Oh, this is wonder why it was rated M."
I can't remember the name of it. Mine was some game on the original Xbox. I can't remember the name of it, but it was kind of like a badass chick shooter game.
GoldenEye. Did you ever play that?
I did have GoldenEye. I never beat it though. I wasn't good enough at games at that point in my life to beat it.
Yeah,
but I did have GoldenEye.
I was never good.
Yeah,
I was never like the top in the friend group, and like now I am.
No, you're
like,
not.
Now I'm definitely the top in the friend group. Yeah,
100%. No, you're not.
I know 100% up.
No, you're not.
Okay.
No, we all
name one better.
Nassim.
No,
yes.
Absolutely not.
Nassim,
dude, he's given up.
He's given up what? He hasn't given up crap. He's currently crushing Demon Souls, one of the hardest games ever. He's not giving up anything.
He's trying to crush Demon Souls. He's not going to be able to do it. No way.
Did you hear about that one like side boss that's supposed to be like one of the hardest bosses in the game? How to beat it? Nassim watched a video how to do it. You just keep headbutting him, and he can't retaliate against it, and he moves back like a half inch every time you headbutt him. So you just keep headbutting him up these stairs, and then eventually you headbutt him off the ledge of the stairs, and you kill him. Like, literally, it's just like a little...
That's Demon Souls, though, for you. That's like... I mean, those guys, Sekiro died twice, was their last great game, and...
well, that was their last new game, wasn't it?
That was their last new one, and then they remodeled Demon Souls for the PS5. But yeah, no, I played that game, and that was a ton of fun. Probably the best visual game, just super fun, great,
better than Cyberpunk?
But sucked. I hate what has come out with that game.
Wow, because you were for 2 weeks, you were riding it hard.
No. I hate the bad stuff that's been coming out with that game. I thought it was a phenomenal game. I thought it was a top game, and I think that their release was crap, and I think that they really shot themselves in the foot because it was a phenomenal game.
They had so much work still to be done, and they were like, we can't take any longer. This needs to come out, and it got rushed.
Yeah, it got rushed, and that's it's a shame, but I thought it was still... should have been the best game of the year.
Right.
I thought it was phenomenal, and I'm gonna stand behind that. But yeah, 2020, man.
Yeah.
That's
on
to 2021.
2021.
What do you want for the 2021 Utter Nonsense podcast goals?
I'd love to reach more and more people in our audience. I think we have a nice little niche audience right now, but I'd love to add more to that group.
What's their name?
The audience?
Yeah.
Like, what's our nickname for them?
Yeah, like, shouldn't there be, like there should be, like, a nickname.
Lovey Bubby Flubby Dubby. Or Lovey Bubby Dubby Flubby Dubby. I already fucked it up.
Lovey Dubby Flubby Crubby.
Lovey Dubby Flubby Dubby.
So, come on.
Or Lovey Bubby
Make it
Dubby
more
Flubbies.
manly. The murderous marauders of misfortune.
The hell is that? that was like, what? That's
you're like,
that's your tough
I'm
macho
like,
man
like,
shit.
oh,
The murderous martyrs of Mordor. Like, what the fuck did you just say?
No, I was like the uddies.
All right, let's. You know
The
what?
udders.
We'll
The
keep working
udders.
on this. We'll keep working on. We'll keep working on this.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Max.
later, udders.
Oh my God, Max. Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in on this audition. We'll let you know in 3 to 5 business weeks if you got the job or not.
Thanks for joining the Utter Nonsense podcast.
Yeah.
Tune in with us on Google Play.
You don't even know the
Spotify.
outro. Let me do this. Thank you so much for listening to the Utter Nonsense podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, all of the above and more. If you like looking at our pretty faces, we're also on YouTube. Your support means the world to us, so thank you so much, and we hope to come into 2021 with a bang with you guys. Max, again, we'll see if you got the job, honestly.
Run the new outro music.
Utter nonsense. Thank you. That was a remix.
We did. That's gonna be. We're putting that in. I am hiring someone, and they're putting in that song.
All right. Goodbye, Max.
Later, Gator.